This is CIG Television. I'm Shanda Gallego in for Donna Bush with your news brief and weather forecast. Thanks for joining us. A COVID-19 vaccination challenge event at the Owen Roberts International Airport on Saturday, May 8th, resulted in 1,138 vaccination doses being given throughout the day, with 734 being first doses and 404 being second doses. This brings our total to 71,807 vaccinations being received in the Cayman Islands to date, meaning that 59% of the total population has had at least one dose and 51% are now fully vaccinated. Honorable Premier Wayne Panton was pleased with the turnout, but underscored the importance of getting as many people as possible vaccinated before June 9th.
Well, it's obviously very important for the country as a whole. This is the only real solution for us. The entire world is going through a pandemic. It's not just a public health issue. What it translates to is an economic crisis as well.
The Premier also outlined the connection between getting vaccines in arms and reopening the borders.
We have been very fortunate here in Cayman. We've been in a position where we've had reserves. We have the ability to help our people. That is obviously unsustainable. We've had the projections of the types of deficits that we're looking at down the road. And the solution for us is to try to get back to having our borders open, to some extent at least, to transition from a closed economy back to an open economy.
Mr. Panton outlined the importance of the international context to border reopening and stressed government's support for the vaccine initiative.
To a large extent, that depends on what's happening around the world as well, what's happening in the countries that are our sort of gateway countries. But the key to it for us as well is to have our people cooperate. Now, we did extremely well with the strategy in 2020 of basically burning out the virus in Cayman. And we're all here, we're able to walk around, we're able to hug each other, we're able to treat each other in a normal way, normal courtesies. In fact, the vast majority of the world, you can't do that. So what we need now is for us to continue to do what we did last year, get the vaccine, which is now available. That's why we're here today. The government is here today to really demonstrate to the country that we are supporting this. This is something that must be done. Obviously, we have an immediate issue of making sure that we don't waste the current supply of vaccine, which has a expiry date of June 30th.
The Premier ended with a reference to the global vaccine shortage.
The key for us is to get that into people's arms. It's not a case that we're not going to get more. We just can't waste it because the rest of the world is crying out for a vaccine supply, crying out for a solution. This is a global, a worldwide obligation, I think, that we have to make sure that this is all fully utilized. And it's key to us in our strategy to getting our borders reopened.
The vaccination challenge continues through June 9th, with everyone getting vaccinated during this time period being entered into a prize draw. Details of the COVID-19 vaccination schedule can be found at hsa.ky/publichealth/coronavirus. After several weeks of training, 16 fire officers last week completed a revalidation of their aviation certification. The training concluded with a written examination and a practical on the Fire Service's aviation training grounds that simulated an aviation emergency. These were delivered by an instructor from the Newcastle International Training Academy.
Over the last few weeks, the instructors provided a lot of positive feedback in terms of the crew's knowledge and understanding of the subject matter, and he's also shared some recommendation of ways that the department can improve and build on the current training structure that we have within the organization. This feedback has been taken on board, and the department is looking at this information to help us to move towards building that dream of having a center of excellence here in the Cayman Islands Fire Service that would be able to provide training at an international level and to our local firefighting partners throughout the Caribbean.
Minister of Health and Wellness, Honorable Sabrina Turner, toured departments for which she is now responsible last Friday, May 7th. Guided through each facility by the respective heads of department, Minister Turner's visits included the Department of Health Regulatory Services, Department of Environmental Health, the Department of Counseling Services sites, including the Family Resource Center, Counseling Center, and Caribbean Haven. The tour ended at the Mosquito Research and Control Unit, that's MRCU.
The ladies and gentlemen of the Ministry of Health and Wellness they inspired me so much. And I am happy to be a part of their team in taking our vision forward, because I totally believe in the investment of human capital. And we're only as great and as strong as our weakest link. And I'm hoping throughout my tenure here that will be felt and embraced as we uplift each other and motivating one another as we continue in our works to service you, the people of the Cayman Islands.
Minister Turner was accompanied by Acting Chief Officer Nellie Pucci and other members of the ministry's team. She will be visiting with statutory authorities and government companies in the coming days. Taking a look at weather now, the synopsis calls for moderate easterly winds and slight to moderate seas across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours as a high-pressure system builds over the southeastern U.S. Radar images show isolated showers in and around the Cayman area moving towards the west. Isolated showers around the Cayman area are moving towards the southwest. This evening, there will be partly cloudy skies with 30% chance of showers. Temperatures will fall to the upper 70s. Winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and seas will be slight with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. For the latest weather forecast, visit weather.gov.ky. And that ends today's news brief here on CIG Television. I'm Shanda Gallego, inviting you to join us again for tomorrow's newscast.
Back to you.
Bad relationship again. But that was
Back to you is about beginning again.
yeah. Yeah. It's about talking about a past relationship that just totally went wrong, and it's expressing my feelings about the fact that I'm not gonna turn back, you know, or questioning my feelings whether I'm gonna turn back.
Mystify